Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working towards completing my meadow by decorating my home area, or shall we call it a cottage area. I'm going to talk more about the cottage and the premium shop later, but let's get into the build. So here is the cottage. As you can see, it's a really cute little shape, and I've put my little garden here as well. It's right over on the left hand side of the meadow. I thought that this little nook was the perfect place to put it. And I've also started putting down some path, but more work will be done on that later. I wanted to use a white picket fence. I do love this fence, and I decided to separate off this kind of yard garden area from the rest of the meadow because I just feel like I want it to feel like a garden, like an actual house garden. So I thought that this would help. I did do a little bit of asymmetrical fencing, and then I went in with some muddy dirt path just to create a little area where I can store some farm related items, and here are the farm related items. For this build, I decided to take a leaf out of Dondula's book. I've seen them do this with their Disney Dreamlight Valley videos where they kind of put out all of the items and then decide to where to place them. And I think it definitely worked for me. Instead of scrolling endlessly through your inventory all the time, placing them down definitely helped me out. So I would recommend it, and I will try and do it more in future builds because I think having an idea of what furniture items you want before you start building definitely helped me out in this one. So over in this left hand corner we have got a little bit of like a farm storage area. We've got the little outhouse, or portaloo as I like to call it. And then over in this corner, I'm thinking like a really natural little overgrown well area. So we're going to put some flowers in there. I have got some blue flowers in the pots, which I think will look good. And then I've got some flowers placed down just off screen where we'll move them in and try and fill all of those gaps. I could have, just a top tip, if you want to do a flower field, it's a great way to fill out some space. If you're looking to fill out that space, you can actually just stand there and drop them and then they will place them down. But I decided to have a bit more control over the placement of the flowers, so I did decide to move them. There is a lot of barrels in this build because it is my home, so we need all the barrels we can have, and I thought that worked quite nicely. And then I decided to add in some more of these little clusters of stones so that we can have a nice little path through to the farm storage area. I didn't want it to be overly farmy. I could have definitely gone in a different direction with this. I could have put down actual crops and whatnot, but I decided not to do that for this. I just thought having the little garden thing was perfect. And oh my gosh, we need to talk about these leaf piles. They are giving me Animal Crossing vibes, totally, but these are so nice. Don't just think that you have to use them in the kind of sunlit plateau or beach, just because they have that kind of lighter dirt surround on them. They look great wherever, so definitely if you see them in the shop, snap them up real quick because they're adorable. So here are the flowers that I was talking about. Sorry for the awkward camera movements. I've still not kind of grasped the best way to go with this, but they do look cute. And now is probably a good time to talk about the cottage. So I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding the premium shop, and I didn't buy anything from the first set bundles out of principle because I thought that they were extortionate. I did have about 17,000 moonstones in my kind of bank after kind of paying for this star path, and the cottage, I saw it in one of the trailers and I was like, I really like that. I really want that. And to me, it's kind of perfect for this area. Did I go out and pay the prices of the moonstones? No. I still think Gameloft need to do a bit of work on their premium shop, and if it's going to work when it's free to play, you definitely need to think about your player base. I've maybe said this on stream, and to a few people when we've been chatting in the Discord about it, but one of the things that I really feel like with the premium shop, you need to think about your value for money. I don't think we're getting good value for money at the moment, not with the way that it currently is. When I think about other games and you think about what you get for what you're spending your money on, I don't think we're getting that here. Some of these items, very lackluster, and I don't think that they're a premium item. Additionally, when I think of games like Sims, how many items do you get for, like, I bought the Laundry Day pack recently in Sims 4 and I got so many good items. So I'm not trying to knock them, I get it, but I spent a lot of money on this game already. And it's not even at the free to play stage, it's still in early access, which I get. Early access means that there's going to be changes that are made in the future, and I just hope it's one thing that they can get right, because a lot of players are upset about it. So they really need to work on it, and work on it fast. I definitely need to see a drop in the price of the moonstones for sure. But that's enough about the premium shop. I could rant about it all day, but I'm sure you're not here for that. So over here is where I decided to do a little seating area. I thought they would be a nice kind of contrast from the farm area. And I also thought they would be nice to have somewhere where you can come and relax. Maybe have your morning coffee or something like that, just a chill area. So I went in for a different path. I debated in my mind about using the muddy path again. But then I was like, when you're sitting, relaxing, having your morning coffee, you don't want to worry about having dirty shoes or socks. So I went for the natural path instead. And then I gave it a little bit of a stone border just for a little bit of extra detail. I'm constantly looking at the item limit at the moment, and I'm like, this is just costing me so much to add in these extra details, but I love them. So I definitely get it if adding in those extra details when you're building is something that you're not going to do, because it racks up quickly, really quickly. So I need to think about that more, and I do want to decorate more. My plaza is totally empty. I destroyed everything I had there, so that needs to make some changes for sure. And then back to this area. So the round table is really nice, and then some books here just so that you can drink, have a coffee, read a book, magazine, whatever it is. And then I love this old armchair as well. This is so cute. And a few little mismatch of chairs. I tried to keep in with adding a little bit of blue. I tried to make it feel like the blue was the accent color. I would love this bike in a different color. Really love that bike in a different color. Maybe a blue or a white or a cream or something would be really cute, just to fit in a bit more. And then I tried to make Mirabelle's new item work. It wasn't working. So we scratched that pretty quick as well. I didn't follow my lead here where I said about arranging all of the items down. I just kind of went for it. I knew in my head what I wanted, like the coffee cart was a perfect one for this area. And then I did think about adding in some other items, but I didn't want to clutter it up too much. I want you to be able to walk around it. So just added in some more plant pots as well, just to add in those little details again. And then for this final part, I just decided to fill out the area with some more bushes, which again, adding to that item limit, oh my gosh, anyway. And then I had to make some slight adjustments to the pathing as well, just because I wanted it to look a bit more smoother, and also that so that I could get some more greenery in. I don't know if it's helpful having the grid system or not, whether I would like it so that we could free play stuff a bit more, or maybe just some of the items need a smaller surface area, especially the flowers. They do not need to be 4 tiles. Definitely decorating with foliage is some of my favorite things to do. Adding in lots of greenery, making it super natural. I think making like a proper town area will be pretty hard, but Chloe Plays did a gorgeous like street neighborhood area. You should definitely check her out on YouTube if you haven't already, if you're looking for more build ideas, because that neighborhood was such a good idea. Just having a nice line of houses and then decorating them and making them look pretty is just really gorgeous. And then we have this like weird little gap here, so I'm just going to try and fill it with some flowers that I had left over. Don't have very many, but we'll do our best just to give it a bit more oomph. And then here is some final pretty shots of what it looks like. Enjoy! So there we have it. There is my cottage garden build. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you like the cottage. Will you be purchasing it? And what is your opinion on the premium shop? I want to hear it. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.